Good morning and hello, crypto. It is another day. It is Monday. We are dealing with all the storms that's going around. I hope everybody's been safe. I know it's been about a week or so since we've done a episode update. We've kind of been a little bit sideways and stuff. Now we're going to get back into it. What is it that we are looking to see? We've been looking on the upside. Will we continue? Let's break down the charts. Let's see what we got going on. So right now, looking at Bitcoin, you see we pulled back down below the pink line, and now it's looking to push back up to it at that $73,274. So, okay, that looks great, right? What else? Go up to the 5 minute, and we see that we pulled down. We've got to pull back up. We do have a little bit of an order block here on the 5 minute time frame. Is sitting up there at that 73,656 up to the $73,737. But we do have that 5 minute pink line sitting down below at the $71,710. So that gives us our pull up there for on the 5 minute to the 1 minute pink line. So that's a good possibility right there. Now we got the 15 minute pink line sitting down at $70,960. So what has it done is pulled down and it's created this little bit of a what I like to call a slingshot moment where we've pulled down below the red. We can see it slingshot back up here where we have the 15 minute order block. There's actually two of them, but the first one's at $73,705 up to that $73,853. And then, of course, it does have one more that's just up above it, sitting at that $74,012 up to $74,246. So we do have that, but we have that pink line down below, and it does look like we may pull up, hitting that upper order block here and rejecting and pushing back down. Let's continue through the time frames. 30-minute time frame is showing signs of that pullback as well. We do have the order block that was created on the 30-minute time frame. This one shows us that we're looking at 73,387 up to the $73,868. So again, we have order blocks there. We have the pink line sitting down at $70,000 or correction, $70,049.88. 1 hour time frame, we're not seeing order blocks on the 1 hour time frame, but of course it is also showing that we should pull down. But with that push back up would give us basically what we're looking for is to come back above our green line and then pull back down on the hourly. Looking at a hourly pink line at $68,504. 2 hour pink line is already pushed up. It's pulling back down. There's not an order block on it, but we have come down and took care of one. It was on the bottom right here. That was sitting at that $73,006 down to $72,294. Current price right now, right now with Bitcoin, $73,244. So we've pushed up. Now we're kind of pulling back again. We do have the 2 hour pink line sitting at the $69,960. So we still have the ability to push down more. What we're going to see on the little higher time frames here is a little bit of sideways movement, but it looks like we may be seeing some downside day after that, a little bit of a rally kind of deal. And then, of course, the 4 hour, we still have it setting up there, the pink line at $79,953. What we've done is we pretty much came up, touched our blue line at around the 74,000 area, and we're now pulling back for another reset to the below side. We do have a 4 hour order block. We actually have two of them. First one's going to be at $71,987 down to that $71,329. And then, of course, the second order block setting down at $70,735 down to that $70,501. And then, of course, if we break that, that's where we're going to be looking at that other support we was looking at. That's sitting down at the $68,191 all the way down to that $65,629, which will be our last order block that we've got set here on the daily down below. So what we've done is we've pulled up, and so as we've done like on the 1 minute, 2 minute area, or corrections 1 minute, 5 minute area, we created a slingshot for the upside. On the dailies, we have created a slingshot ability back down to the downside to hit this order block. So that's what I'm kind of looking at for Bitcoin right now is, a little bit of push up, maybe a little fake rally, and then we're going to see a retracement back down towards that 68,000 before we push higher, creating a higher break of structure on the daily. But looking at it on the weekly and stuff, the weekly looks beautiful. We've pulled down where we was wanting to see. Down below, ready for a green entry dot. And then, of course, looking over at the monthly, it's down there as well. So it's probably going to play out, maybe another week or so. It may be able to finish out this month, but it looks like we're going to hold our bottom around that 68,000 area and continue to push to the upside. So we can get pulled back down in here, get a good entry. We can have a good ride all the way back up, starting to see our upper time frames, especially that 4-hour pink line up at the 79,000, around 80,000 that we was calling that we're going to wind up seeing. So I think right above that 80,000, we actually have an order block on the 4-hour time frame. It's $83,816 up to that $84,267. And then if we push up past that, we have another order block. We've actually got a few of them that's been panned out all the way up. So we'll try to keep you updated on all of that. Now let's move on over, check out XRP and see what we got going on over here. So let's start it out here on the 1 minute and take a look at XRP, see what we got actually going on. So with XRP, we are pulled down, touched our pink line, pulled up, touched again here, and it looks like it's trying to push up a little bit here. It's a good possibility that we may, and I will look at the 5 minute to see. Let's just go ahead and real quickly. The 1 minute pink line at $1.46. 5 minute pink line is at $1.42. We do have the order block on the 5 minute time frame, which would set us up to go into a $1.48 up to a $1.48.46 before we would wind up seeing another pullback down, because it's created this right here. This is a slingshot. It's going to come right back up, and then we're going to pull back down. So there, right there, let you know we're going to see a little fake rally up. Everybody going to jump in, and then it's going to start shorting. So we're looking for a $1.42 on the pink line for the 5 minute time frame. 15 minute time frame, it's pulling down. It's got to pull back up for this order block at $1.48.19 up to $1.48.92. So we'll see that one right here push back up here, pull back down. We're looking at $1.40 for the pink line, and of course our visuals already telling us on the 15 minute time frame that we're going to be seeing some downsides. 30 minute time frame shows $1.39 for the pink line. So we're going to see this order block. It's showing us $1.47 up to $1.48 on the 30 minute. 1 hour time frame, we actually have the order block. It's $1.47 to $1.48. So all these time frames are showing the same little bit of an order block, same push we're going to have to see to push back up. But now we're seeing on the 1 hour, we got $1.38 for our pink line, which I want to point this out too, that we have just below that, we have that order block there on the 1 hour. That's that $1.37.62 down to the $1.37.13. And then of course we have a 2 hour pink line at $1.43. Again, yeah, our order blocks and everything is got to come back down here, come back below our red to reset, which would be the $1.42.09 down to the $1.41. order block on the 2-hour time frame, get those resets, and then we can start seeing $1.70 on the 4 hours where our pink line is, and that's where we're going to start seeing some more stuff. So we're still looking for the daily to push down, just like we said on Bitcoin. Everything is ready for takeoff. We need one more pull, but we've already done the flip. We've done that push. We've broken our last highs that we had here. Now it's time to retract back down a little ways, fill those order blocks to continue up, creating our next levels of the break of structure to the upside, working those upwards order blocks to the daily $2.11 and above. Weekly, we crossed down just like we wanted to, and it is looking beautiful. It's looking like we're probably a week away, maybe 2 weeks or something before we finally gotten the green light on here. But when we're looking at it on the daily and everything else, we're looking at that one more pullback on the daily to fill that order block, and then we're going to be seeing upwards momentum. That's what we're looking at. Even the monthly is already lined up and ready. So we'll see that the daily has already triggered us green back here. We're going to see another pullback for those fills one more time. I don't think we'll be breaking down below here anymore. I believe we should be able to hold it, staying above that $1.12, and continuing to the upside after this pullback. All right, so that's what I'm excited about. We're going to be seeing that stuff. Let's take a look at Ethereum here. Go back down to the 1 minute and take a look. Ethereum's pushed up already, hitting its upper order block on the 1 minute time frame here. We do have the pink line sitting at $2,229. It looks like the 1 minute's almost exhausted, about ready for a pullback. 5 minute showing it is pulling up towards, one of the 2 order blocks they have on the 5 minute. First one going to be sitting at that $2,263 up to the $2,266. Breaking that, we'll be seeing the upper order block that's setting at $2,273 up to that $2,288. So again, we're looking at a little bit of a rally this morning where we can then see some pullbacks. 5 minute pink line sitting down at $2,126. 15-minute pink line, it is pushing up, like I said, to the order block on the 15 minutes. It shows it at $2,262 up to $2,268. Pink line down below at $2,089. We do have the order blocks going to the downside. We have our first one going to be sitting at $2,183 down to that $2,177. Say our second one is going to be sitting at the $2,136 down to the $2,126. And then if we was to look, I'm sure we see. Nope, that was good. Okay, so on the 15 minutes, we're looking good. That shows our 2 order blocks currently to the downside. But we do have the the pink line at that $2,089. Now moving on to the 30-minute time frame. Pink line sitting down at $2,054. We are pushing again up to the order block to the upside, which is 2,260 on the 30-minute time frame, up to the $2,268. 1 hour pink line sitting at $2,009. So a little bit of a push up again. Is what they're all three showing. A little bit of a push up, a little bit of a rally, pull back for another reset on the daily before we get to see the full takeoff. But it's been good seeing this push to the upside, seeing that we've hit the bottom. We're starting to flip. The 2 hour pink line showing down at $2,069, this is going to be able to bring us back down below the reds on the 2 hour. 4 hour pink line setting up at the $2,559. And of course, the daily sitting at $2,970. So we've seen a push down. We're going to see another pullback. We do see one here on the daily for Ethereum is at $1,979 down to $1,917. And as you can see on the daily, we had the green dot. We had them multiple times letting us know we're ready for takeoff. We're flipping and ready to go again. This time it is arched all the way up. It's pulled up. It's created itself a slingshot. So, it may not pull all the way back down to this order block, today. It might be over the next couple days or so to work its way back down. But what we're looking at, of course, on the weekly, get it loaded here. Weekly for Ethereum hasn't actually pushed down far enough. I was still looking for us to come down to that $1,658, down to that $1,564. It's a possibility that we may see something like that, but Ethereum, it may drag out a little bit longer. Like, it does like to play a little different from Bitcoin and XRP. But long run, they'll wind up still doing the same kind of things. They just kind of may have a little bit more movement at some point. And of course, monthly is saying it's almost there too for Ethereum. So we may get that a little bit of a pump today for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, and then start seeing it pull back afterwards. And this might even actually happen around the 8:30 thing time frame on the Eastern time. I don't know if there is a any kind of news that's supposed to be coming out today or not, but that's what I'm looking for. So be careful out there. Stay safe. If you haven't already, make sure you head over to 60strading.com. Join the community. We make way more than it costs to be a part of the member of the Discord. I try to give out updates daily over the past since, like, I think Thursday of last week until now. Kind of been a little bit of silent stuff. Been dealing with some family stuff, then all these storms and all that. But there might be a few days and stuff that might go a little silent stuff to deal with family and stuff like that, because family always comes first. But at the end of the day, throughout the entire month, you're going to wind up getting more calls than that will bring in more profits than what you're paying out. So it is profitable to be a part of the community. You learn a lot. You get the indicators. You get my call outs. You also get Jay from the Alpha Angle. He gives his Alpha Angle update every day, and he looks at some different things. So he's looking at the liquidity maps and stuff, and he'll show how they continue to show clear imbalances and where the imbalances are, the pressure is building and where it's at. Where's the where we at? Or is it more shorts in where we're going, more longs? And with his update, it actually, when he does it completely separate of mine, when we put them both out there, they actually will coordinate with each other and be spot on where we're going. So not only are you getting me dropping my information in the Discord for you, you're also getting Jay dropping his stuff in there as well. There's great resources in here, great help. If you got questions, you can ask them. If you want to be, some of those that just, you sit there and you watch, you don't react, you don't post, that's all fine and well. So, and then also as you join into the community, there is the ability to refer people as an affiliate, and you can then, if you refer enough people, you would be able to get your free service in the community. And then if you continue to refer people, then you'll start making money off of that alone. Plus, you're going to be making money with the trades that we call. So I hope that this has helped everybody. I just want to also make sure I put this out there that I am not a financial advisor. You take any trades and stuff, that is at your own risk. I'm just calling it out. If you want to mark it on a chart and see how my trades calls do, by all means. You want to do paper trading, I absolutely recommend it. If you do ever try to actually put in real trades, I'm always going to take and promote that you do a proper risk management. I do have a training course. I do have a speech and stuff on there, a little video and stuff for risk management. You can find it here on my YouTube. It's there available for everybody. That section, the risk management, I opened that up to everyone. So go watch that. And then come join us again, 60strading.com. And we will see you tomorrow. And for all of you that's part of the Discord community, I will be dropping updates in the Discord throughout the day to help keep you update on the trades, if we have any kind of reverses and everything else. So, God bless everybody. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next Hello Crypto update.